What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 2018 Lexus LC 500. But before we get started, I would like to give a special thanks to Nally Lexus here in Roswell, Georgia, for allowing me to borrow this car for a technical review. The common notion is that LC stands for luxury coupe, but that's actually incorrect. LC stands for Lexus Challenge, and this challenge is a result of a challenge from CEO Akio Toyoda for Lexus to design a stunning vehicle, and clearly that challenge was accepted. The LC 500 features an all-new rear wheel architecture that currently isn't found anywhere else in Lexus's lineup. So you should expect a lot of technology from this car to trickle down to other models in the Lexus lineup. So today, let's go over some of the exterior and interior details of the LC 500 and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Let's start off the review by talking about some of the exterior details of the LC 500's design. Looking at this car, you will notice immediately how aggressive it looks due to the sharp lines throughout the car's body panels. Now, this car also looks fairly sleek as well, and that's due to the fact that curves have been implemented into the body panels also. Just look at how nice these rear haunches look. You have a sharp line defining it, and then it's curved as well to give you that sleek appearance. It's important to note that the body panels of the LC 500, such as the hood, fenders, and door panel, are composed of aluminum for a weight reduction. The inner panel for the door is composed of a carbon fiber reinforced composite. Now, that composite, in combination with the 6000 series aluminum used for the door, results in a door that weighs 47% less when compared to a door composed of steel. And speaking of steel, the LC 500's body structure is composed of ultra high strength tensile steel and high strength tensile steel. The result is a body structure that is the stiffest Lexus has ever developed to date. And yes, that even includes the LFA. Taking a look at the front of the LC 500, you have a tessellated grille, and notice how it has a compressed mesh design on the top, but once you get towards the bottom, it opens up into more of a diamond pattern. You also have triple beam LED headlamps. These are currently the thinnest LED projector headlamps in the industry. Coming over to this portion here, you have an intake that helps promote laminar flow across the wheel arches, and that's going to help with stability at higher speeds. Taking a look at the rear of the LC 500, it features tail lamps unlike anything I've seen on any vehicle before. They are amazing. Lexus claims that they've been inspired by the afterburner glow of a jet. They feature 80 LEDs each, and when illuminated, they use the infinity mirror principle that features an endless dimensional motif, and it looks amazing. To maintain the car's low-slung appearance and provide a suspension system that fits under the hood, the engineers at Lexus had to develop a special suspension system for the LC 500. You're getting a double joint multi-link suspension system that features die-cast aluminum shock towers that weigh nearly half of what they would had they been composed of steel, while providing double the rigidity. In addition, the suspension system features aluminum upper and lower arms, and that helps keep the unsprung mass of the vehicle low. If you have a vehicle with a high unsprung mass, you increase the chances of wheel hop during heavy acceleration and heavy braking. And if all that isn't enough, the LC 500 does feature an advanced variable suspension system, so it's variable up to 650 different levels based on what driving mode you're in. It also features linear monotube solenoid shocks that help mitigate body roll during aggressive driving. One of the neat features of the LC 500 that's easy to overlook is the active rear steering. At higher speeds, the rear wheels will turn in the same direction as the front wheels for enhanced stability and agility. At lower speeds, the rear wheels will turn in the opposite direction of the front wheels to help you maneuver in tight areas such as parking spaces. Let's take a look at the wheel, tire, and brake setup of the LC 500. This particular vehicle has the 21-inch forged lightweight wheels that come in a spectacular polish. They really look great on this car. They're wrapped in Bridgestone Potenzas that are 245 up front and 275 in the rear. Your brake rotors up front are 15.7 inches in diameter and grasped by 6 piston calipers. In the rear, your brake rotors are 14.1 inches in diameter and grasped by 4 piston calipers. Powering the LC 500 is a 5-liter naturally aspirated V8 engine which produces 471 horsepower at 7,100 RPM. It also produces 398 pound-feet of torque at 4,800 RPM. Now I want to point out that this engine sits just aft of the front axle for the ideal weight distribution. It's connected to a 10-speed automatic transmission that is capable of shift times up to 120 milliseconds. That is half the time it takes the average human to blink an eye. It is also connected to an active sport exhaust system that features flaps that open and close based on engine speed. So now let's listen to how that sounds. Now I must say that exhaust note was pretty impressive, and with that impressive note comes impressive performance. You're getting a 0 to 60 time in just 4.4 seconds. So now that we've covered some of the exterior details, let's close the hood and take a look at the car's interior. I must say myself, I am quite impressed with the interior of the LC500. The quality is amazing. It's soft touch materials and just gorgeous surfaces everywhere throughout. And I love the way the cabin has this sweeping theme from the doors across the dash towards the other side of the car. The car is truly gorgeous, and on top of that, I'm simply a fan of black and red interiors. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start off with the top of the dash and work our way through the center console. The top of the dash is covered in a really nice smooth black leather, and it has contrast stitching going across. You have a 10.3-inch display screen here for your infotainment system, and I really love how they put the analog clock here to the right. It's a really nice subtle touch. Further down, you have your air conditioning vents, controls for your air conditioning system, CD player, and then your electronic gear selector. Over on this side of the center console, you have a touchpad system that allows you to interact with the infotainment system. And what I love about it is that it has a sort of vibration or haptic feedback every time you have an input. You also have controls for your radio and media as well. The steering wheel of the LC500 is quite gorgeous. It fits perfectly with my hands, and there was actually quite a bit of effort that went into designing the steering wheel. They did studies on palm pressure while this car was on a track, and they took each cross section and mapped it to the palm pressures to make it the ideal shape and comfort at each point of the steering wheel. So it has multi-function capability, and it has a fully configurable instrument cluster behind it as well. And then you have magnesium shift paddles that have a nice rewarding click to it when you pull on them. Focusing on the seats in brief detail, I can really tell that Lexus put some effort into making sure that they got the seats right for the LC Coupe. They are extremely comfortable, and they're luxurious as well. They feature leather on the sides and Alcantara on the center portion. They're 8-way power adjustable seats. They have 3 levels of heating and cooling and feature 3-position memory. This is a car that you could easily take on a long road trip and be extremely comfortable in. They also feature ample side bolstering to keep you planted in the center of the seat while driving aggressively. Let's take a second to focus briefly on the door panels. On the top of the panel, you have smooth black leather, and then you have a large Alcantara section, which provides great contrast against the black leather up top. Now, one unique feature I did notice about the LC's door panel is that the handle is bevel-less. There's nothing behind it except this Alcantara here, and it looks great. Coming further down, you have controls for your windows and side view mirrors, and then there's some storage on the bottom of the door panel as well. That was a brief tour of the 2018 Lexus LC500 Coupe. Simply put, this car looks amazing, and I really love the interior. High quality, no expense was spared. I would like to give a special thanks to Nally Lexus of Roswell, and a thank you to the General Manager, James Baining, for allowing me to come out and review the LC500. If you're interested in this Lexus or any other model, please be sure to reach out to Nally Lexus of Roswell. Thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you in the next video.